Welcome into Coleman Today. I'm Debbie Wood along with Joey Hyatt. Joey is with us this morning. We're going to be talking about a golf tournament, and I think this is really going to touch your heart this morning. And if you're a big golfer, you're going to want to try to participate on August the 9th. Joey, good to see you this morning.
Good to see you, Debbie.
First time I've got to meet Joey. His mom is a dear friend of mine, and just gotten to know her over the last 3 or 4 months. And love your mom, and she's very proud of you. And I can see why, because you know you do such wonderful things for some of your friends. What we're going to talk about today is a golf tournament that came about because you had a good friend since when? Elementary?
First grade at Jones Chapel. Jeremy Young is my friend. He came in. We were friends through probably about 6th grade, and I think he moved to Holly Pond then. And then he stayed there for a while. He come back and forth from Jones Chapel to Holly Pond.
Right.
And then when he was 16, he was actually forced to quit school. And at that time, he moved in with his pastor. And he went back to school, finished that year out at Holly Pond, and then he moved in with his grandmother back out in Jones Chapel. So he come back to West Point, so we reunited there.
Wonderful.
And
was he able to graduate, finish school?
He was able to graduate on time too.
Wow.
Thanks to some strong family support he had on his mother's side. And he just, that's part of the reason why we wanted, that's why I'm here. This scholarship, or this tournament, goes to a scholarship in his name to someone at Wallace. And just because of his dedication of how he wanted to finish school and get done with that, I thought that was probably the best way to honor his memory.
Absolutely.
In that way, so.
And the neat thing about this, folks, is 2 things. They didn't wait a long time about starting a scholarship and doing the golf tournament. He passed away in 2013, just last year.
Yes, ma'am.
And immediately after his passing, you did your first annual golf tournament.
Yes, ma'am. We got it done last year. We wanted to go ahead and try to do it pretty quick to make sure that his brothers and sisters wasn't stuck with any funeral expenses, things like that. Right. And also to make sure that he got, a good tombstone, stuff like that. And the community helped out. There was a lot of donations to his brother's account that he'd set up for it. Wonderful. And it ended up, we finished up paying Coleman Funeral Home, and they were real nice. They helped us the whole way, and then put in a little on the tombstone, and his brother pretty much covered that, but we got to give a little bigger scholarship because of it. And then from here on out, 100% of the proceeds is going to go to Wallace,
scholarship.
To the scholarship.
That's wonderful. And we're going to tell you about that in a minute. But I know you're wondering what happened to Jeremy. And I wasn't for sure either when I first came in this morning. But we'll start and explain. There's a football team, a big flag football team that plays locally.
I believe it was Stephen Wilhite started the Punishers, and they're real good. I've heard a lot about them. I see their stuff all over here in Coleman, and they actually played a full contact game out at Holly Pond last year, and Jeremy had drank some energy drinks and also took a big hit in that game. And after the game, he was going to stop at the hospital. I think he thought he was going to be okay, so he went on home, and a few minutes later, he started hurting real bad and went to stand up to try to go to the hospital, and he had a heart attack.
Oh, my word.
And
how old was he?
He was 28.
28, my goodness.
Yes, ma'am.
Unbelievable. Worked at Topre here locally.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's just such a sad. I want to show this to you again. This is Jeremy Scott Young photograph, and of course the golf tournament that these young people have come together and doing for him. This will be the 2nd annual. So if you're a golfer, or maybe if you don't play that often, this would be a good golf tournament for you to be in if you want to. Tell us when it's going to be.
It's going to be August the 9th. It's not this Saturday, but the next one. It's a 3-man scramble. It's 8:00 a.m. shotgun start at Coleman Municipal.
Okay.
And it's $195 per team.
Now, how many members on that team will there be? Will there be?
It's a 3-man.
It is a 3-man.
Yes.
So when it says 3-man scramble, just 3. So they can split that 195, right?
Yes,
and
ma'am.
just make it a little
Yes,
bit.
ma'am. It's 65 a person.
Okay.
And you can either call my number, 256-841-9206.
Right.
Or you can call and talk to Chess Harris at Coleman Municipal.
Oh, great.
And
okay.
Real quick, I'd like to say thank you
Yes.
to Chess and Coleman for the support that they've given us.
Right.
And they're really good. Chess is good with all the tournaments
Yes,
that
he
he
is.
puts on, and he really helped us out.
He
So
helps, doesn't he? when
couldn't
he
have done
wanna
it
do
without
something.
him.
Isn't that wonderful? And thank you to everyone that goes out and participates in this great golf tournament ahead of time. But we also want you to know that the proceeds, and we're going to turn this over and look on the back. You may have to do this. The proceeds will go for golf. For scholarships at Wallace.
Yes, ma'am. We talked to Sherry Smith at Wallace, and that's who handles everything for us. And Lindsay Partain is who received the first scholarship.
Wonderful.
So I believe that as of right now, she's gotten 2 scholarships for $500 each.
Wonderful. And listen, folks, that makes, if you haven't been in the college and checked it out lately, any colleges that is, to see how expensive it is, every penny helps. It really is. And it's what a wonderful way to honor someone, to remember him and to his memory and to honor him. Because education was important to him. Stop and think. There he was forced to quit, but he saw a way to get back into school.
Even at that young of an age.
Yes.
So
he saw how important it was.
And he was just always such an easygoing person, just give you the shirt off of his back. So he deserves it. And also I'd like to thank our whole sponsors last year and everybody that come out to participate in our tournament. And I hope that we have as big a turnout as we did last year, maybe better.
Absolutely, that's right. And of course, remember, you can probably be a sponsor. I bet it's not too late if you want to be a whole sponsor. We'd love to have you. And let me give you that number again. Contact number is this one, 256-841-9206. That's 256-841-9206. Joey, I'm so glad I got to see you.
Thank you
for what you're doing. And thanks for sharing with us this morning.
Thank you for having me on this morning and allowing me to promote this.
Thank you. And of course, we'll be back with more of Coleman Today right after this.